So I was watching the Fight Hype interview a couple of days back. I've been meaning to get to this to get you guys' opinion on it. It's a boxer named Harold the King Calderon. He's a welterweight. His record is he's at 27 wins and he never lost, 18 knockouts. So he has a 66% KO ratio. 35 years old. He's a little on the older end, and he hasn't really. I mean, he's been fighting since like 2014. He hasn't really made any noise in boxing like that. I'm trying to figure out where this guy been at all this time. And as I look through his record, he's been pretty active. Last year he had 3 fights. The year before that he only had 1 fight. He had 4 fights in 2019. So Harold Calderon, he's been pretty active, man. This year he hasn't really been that. Oh, he has only 1 fight. That was in September, so he hasn't really been active this year. Uh, his last knockout was in 2019. I mean, it was in 2021. It was last year against a guy named Ramal Amadov. So that was his. Oh, no, I'm sorry. His last knockout was this year, actually. Technical knockout against a guy named Ezekiel Fernandez. So that was his last knockout. I got some time to watch him, some of his highlights. His interview, he said he's ready for all the top dudes. He's ready for Boots. He's ready for Errol Spence. He's ready for Terrence Crawford, Virgil Ortiz. When they asked him about Virgil, to me, he kind of like hesitated a little bit, but he said he'll take on anybody, man. He said he's ready for Blair Cobbs. He said Blair Cobbs ain't really a good fighter. He said he's at B level. And I'm going to give my opinion on this guy after watching his highlights. Seems strong. Seems like a pretty strong kid. Pretty decent power. But in no way is this... y'all know how I feel about when a boxer says that they're ready, right? I look at it from 2 points of view. Yeah, he is ready because he's a pro. Just like the rest of these dudes are pros. Regardless to the levels, he's still a pro. So in my humble opinion, he's ready to go in there with these guys. Rather he lose or win. That's how I see it. But on the skill level, he is nowhere near ready for Jaron Boots Ennis. He's not ready for Errol Spence. He's not ready for Terrence Crawford. Definitely not. He probably... Virgil Ortiz seems to be a bit more skilled, but he'll probably have a better shot against Virgil, maybe. Because when I say that, I'm kind of like pushing it a little bit when I say that because I watched the kid fight. I just don't see it, man. I don't see what he has that, besides his own confidence that he has that could beat any of these dudes, man. I think all of them would beat him, especially. He hasn't really fought anybody of any significance. I'm looking through his resume. I don't know who none of these dudes are. And all these dudes are foreigners. Like a lot of them, most of these dudes are Hispanic. Some of them are from it looks like Italian, stuff like that. This is his whole resume. His whole resume is made up of those kind of fighters. So that's not really experience, man. He has 27 fights. Now, a lot of people will say, well, that's the same with Boots. No, it's not. It's not the same. Boots, he hasn't fought any real big names yet, but Boots have fought some dudes that were veterans, man. Dudes that had championships. Dudes that held titles. This guy, I don't know none of these dudes. I don't know who any of these dudes are, and none of these dudes were champions. I can tell you that right now. I don't even have to skim through these dudes I don't have to skip through their box right to even see that these dudes were champions, because I don't know none of these names. So this kid Harold Calderon, he's not on Boots level, even though Boots hasn't fought any big names yet, and they have the same amount of fights. But Boots, he has the more experience because he's fought dudes that were veterans that bring some kind of challenge to Boots. Rather it's a small one or a mediocre challenge. You dig what I mean? But No, this guy, he gets beat by Virgil Ortiz, Jaron Ennis, Errol Spence, definitely, Terrence Crawford, definitely. He gets beat by all of the top guys. He probably even gets spanked by some of the mid-level guys. I say Stanley Yotis beats him, Butayev, Rashidi Ellis, all these guys, they beat him. They beat him hands down. So it's good to see somebody that wants some confidence, that has confidence, but he's slow. He's always open for. He's open a lot. His shots are telegraphed. He's just a little strong. That's it. He has decent power, and I'm not even sure if he has the power that can keep Errol Spence off of him, or Terrence Crawford, or Virgil Ortiz, or Jaron Ennis. I'm not sure. He probably got the power to compete with maybe a Stanley Otis or somebody like that, or Blair Cobbs. But when it comes to those higher level dudes, those top 5 dudes and the champions and the kings of the division, so he called himself king. I get it, but he's not the king of welterweight. We know the 2 dudes who's the kings, Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, and this dude definitely don't beat them at all. So, is he a threat? Absolutely not. I don't see him as a threat. He called him out though. Shit. I'd like to see him fight Boots. Shit, Boots ain't, nobody else trying to line it up with Boots. I would have rather see this fight than this guy, Cameron dude that he's about to fight. Maybe he could fight Boots soon, man. Maybe he could be another next opponent for Jaron Ennis or even a Virgil Ortiz. Because that's the direction that they got Boots going in anyway. I don't really see when he's going to get a shot at the title. That's why, shit, man, I would say soon. Maybe in the summertime, these dudes go ahead and fight Errol and Bud, and we see what happens. Somebody drop the belt. So, what y'all think about this Harold Calderon dude? I've never, I've, I've briefly heard of his name in the past, but I haven't really seen many of his fights because he ain't really been making any noise. So, do you think this guy is ready for all these top dudes at welterweight? Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. This is your boy Rebel Life Boxing. I'll catch y'all the next one. And I'm out. Peace.